Philosophy that I have is, my mom used to say this all the time, so I'm gonna say it in my mom's voice, okay? Cut your coats according to your size. So my mom always drilled this thing in my head. So growing up, I was taught to be content because I would always see, kids whose dads would drop them off at school. We didn't have a car at that time. And my mom will teach me, cut your coat according to your size. And so early on, she taught me to be content with what I have and not just wish for someone else's. They can afford that life, that's why they have it. And so that is my philosophy. I always try to do things within my means. I don't want to do things just to please someone else and go broke trying to impress other people. No, that I can't do that because mama said don't do that. And it stuck with me. Another thing is, the grass is green where you water it. And also fake grass looks green all the time. I'm big on, you can take inspiration from other people, but don't wish for someone else's life. You are you're unique, you are heavenly, wonderful, fearful. There's so much in you to want to be like somebody else. And so water your grass, you will be green. We know that when it rains and it falls, the grass is green. So if you water your own grass, it'll be green where you are. And so it ties back within the first one where it's a lot of being content with yourself. You can wish more for yourself, but not wish more because this person has more. You wish it for yourself. You want it for yourself. You work on it for yourself and be content with it.
Wow, you guys have some very amazing philosophies. And I mean, you guys are just shimmering with Black girl magic and just giving us this gem. So thank you very much for all these thoughts. So we have a follow-up question and it's based off Nadia's response. So we want to ask, do you define yourself as a person who knows themselves in the process of getting to know themselves? There is no right answer.
So I definitely feel like, I'm not perfect, so I won't say I 100% know everything when it comes to even myself, but I know that I've had a lot of growth over the last couple of years, and I've just learned so much about myself. And one thing I'll say for anyone who, I guess wants to kind of go on the journey of finding who you are and like learning more about yourself is you definitely have to understand your past, where you come from, and you definitely have to want to know yourself. Like you have to put yourself first. You have to say, for me, what does Nadia like? What does Nadia not like? What does Nadia want to do today? What does Nadia want to achieve in the next 5 years? Like, spend time with yourself, getting to know yourself, and that will definitely set you on a path of knowing who you are as a person.
Okay, so knowing who you are, I think Nadia said something that actually, like, it just made me remember like something. So I think that some people just they don't want to accept maybe their past or what they've gone through. But I believe like growth starts from realizing maybe a mistake or something you did, and then coming into terms with yourself that this was wrong, or maybe even if it's right, this is wrong, this is right, and then building on top of that. So I think that makes you realize that like that at that point, if there's growth or if you're lacking something that needs to be worked on. So you should know, you should know what you believe in, and then you should like accept it. And I feel like once again, pushing yourself first also helps, like, you knowing, like, this is me, this is what I want. By doing that, nobody else can, like, bring you anything, because if you're open, if you probably don't know who you are, like, you go with the flow, obviously people from outside just come into your circle with whatever, and then you just follow like whatever they come in with. But then if you know your priorities, you know your don'ts, your do's, and everything, I believe that, like you are astounding both to yourself, and maybe you'll probably be a mentor to, like, someone that's probably standing somewhere looking up to you. So that's what I would say.
Knowing yourself, it's a big topic. Like Nadia said, I don't think it takes one day for a person to know themselves. I'm still getting to know who I am and every day growing. But one thing that helped me to know who I am is being born again. I know that as a child of God, I have an identity in Christ. That helps me to define my life around my identity. If I know I'm a child of God, I know that God expects me to not just be a hearer of his word, but a doer. God expects me to pray for directions. And a lot of my core is grounded in who you are is grounded in my faith. So if you're a person without faith, I honestly don't know where you start. For me, before I gave my life to Christ, I feel like I thought I knew who I was, but I was kind of lost and just doing things anyway, anyhow. But my born again, or my giving myself to Christ, started a new birth, and it helped me kind of identify who I was. Also, I guess one thing that you can do to figure out who you are is learning personality types. We have the choleric, we have sanguine, we have melancholic, all of these personality types. When you read the descriptions, a lot of times it allows you to see who you are. And also we talk about things like, personality type, extrovert, introvert, and things like that. All those things morph for you to know who you are.
Thank you, ladies. These were some great insights. And the reason why we actually chose you ladies is because, one, you guys are really supportive, but also because you guys got the gems. And it goes into our last question, because we have a lot of young people watching us, and we want to make sure that we are impacting something into them. Not that they're watching this just for fun or just going through the video, but to actually learn something for this. So our last question is, if a younger person came to you asking, what is the most important thing for living a good life, what would you say?
I would say the most important thing for living a good life is try not to hold any grudges. And the second one for me is to just be honest with yourself. These are things that I've experienced personally, so I can definitely say not holding grudges was one of the biggest challenges for me. I would have situations happen to me in life, and I'm someone that moves on, but I don't like the idea or topic of forgiveness, like true forgiveness, being able to empathize, putting yourself in someone else's shoes, understanding that people go through things in life, and combining all of that to say, look, I'm not going to hold this anger in my heart because it kind of stops me from living my life freely. And then choosing to let go of things easily has definitely been part of my healing process for sure. So that's one. And the second one is being truthful with yourself, being true to yourself. If you can say stuff with your chest, okay, if you can live your life and be confident in your decisions, then you will literally be happier. If I say what I want to say, I can stand by it. I can back it. If whatever I said I can't back it, I'll have to take it back. It'll discredit me, all kinds of things. Or let's say I want to go out and I know, like, hey, I'm a mom and a wife and I want to wear this outfit and I'm happy with it. My husband's happy with it. Like, I'm going to do that. And no one outside of my home or no one apart from me can tell me anything about that. I feel like it's definitely important to have that, especially as a young woman. Just be confident in yourself because people are going to have things to say no matter what. But if you're happy with your decision and you know that that thing makes you happy and you're okay with it, you'll honestly like have a lot of peace within yourself.
So I actually have like big sisters and brothers that I look up to. So I'm still like in the learning process. But the little advice that I would give to maybe someone younger than me is it's more like a religious advice. That's in when you know stuff are not going right or stuff. It could be like relationship problems, school, like choice of friend, like anything at all, and you do go to God in prayer that God help me to come out of this successful or help me to like get over this successful. Make sure the prayer you're praying, you are actually like ready for the outcome, and don't you have said the prayer, definitely there's going to be an outcome, but you have to make sure you're ready for that, because you making sure like you being ready for the outcome is actually going to bring the growth or going to bring the elevation. So yes, we do say prayers and we sometimes think we've just said it and there is a result, but then the same you is not actually ready for the result. So you have to come into agreement with yourself that like I'm done and I'm moving forward and this is the goal that I want to achieve. So you have to make sure you psychologically, emotionally, whatever, like you have to make sure you are ready for that outcome and that result to help you like grow out of whatever like negative like faults that you're dealing with. So that's what I would say.
What I would tell a younger person is choose your friends wisely, because the people you spend the most time with, they do have an influence on you, whether you think you're strong-willed or not. People you talk to all the time will definitely influence you. So your circle, you need to be picky about it, because for me, I'm a Christian, but all my friends haven't been Christian. But sometimes I look for friends because they want to get A's in school, and so when I hang around with them, I want to get A's in school, right? Or like we have certain goals, something that draws us closer together. I'm not careless with my friends, so I would say choose your friends wisely, and it helps with, a lot of girls say girl drama, this, don't trust your friend. Personally, I have not experienced that. My best friends, I met them in college. We've been consistent, no fallouts, because there's only two of them and myself, so we're three, and we get along, and there hasn't been any drama. I trust my friends, they trust me, and so it's important for me because I've seen where we are today. We started young and aimless, but today I can see that we're all accomplishing our goals, achieving. So friends is important. And also always try to better yourself. Do something for you that makes you a better person tomorrow. So whether it's a book that you have to read, a skill that you have to learn, I always tell young people, you have all the time now. If you want to learn web design, learn web design. If you want to learn computer coding by yourself, if you want to learn how to sew, how to make wigs, there is so much that you can pick up, even as a professional person, that you can do. A side hustle, multiple streams of income nowadays is my new language. So when you're young, please do everything you can. I wish I'd learned how to do wigs like Stacy. I wish I knew how to sew. I was too caught up in school, and I feel like sometimes I missed out on some skills that I had the time that I could have used for. But I was busy watching African movies. I'm not mad. I'm not mad, but then I wish I had used my time wisely. So please, young folks, use all the time that you can to build yourself.
So thank you guys for giving us this great advice concerning the youth of our generation. It's definitely going to help them. And I know that it's definitely helped me even listening to what you guys mentioned. I'm going to be even applying some of those things to my life. So thanks for sharing that with us. In the spirit of doing multiple things and keeping busy, we know that all the ladies that are joining with us here today have something going on the side, and I'm going to let them tell you a little bit about that.
So I have an online children's boutique where I sell a number of things, and it was inspired by my kids. I have a son and a daughter, and the name of my online boutique is Middle Celine. We are on Facebook and on Instagram. Check us out. And basically what inspired me to do it was that after I had my daughter, she was really, really sick. And I just had an epiphany when I was in the hospital after everything happened with how sick she was and some of the things the doctors were saying. It was all so scary, and I honestly thought I was gonna lose my daughter. And I just realized like I hadn't made the most of my time when it comes to my kids. Like I've been so focused with trying to provide, trying to be a good mom, trying to be a good wife. I'm just always like so much on the go. So when I had that moment, it honestly changed my life. And I told myself that I would make the most of each and every moment with her. So when she came home, like even if we had nowhere to go, I'd like throw a bathing suit on her and some sunglasses. Like I would put, forts in our living room. And I try to make each and every day, especially in the quarantine, like as fun as possible and just cherish my kids because you never know, you know what I mean? And so it just dawned on me that there's so many things in my household that I have fun with, and I just love dressing up my kids. So why not put something together so the things that I know that I love to put on them, some other people might love them too and want to dress their kids up while they're in quarantine and take pictures or take them out for photo shoots and just cherish their kids. So that's what made me start my business. I hope you guys check it out. Follow us. I follow back. And just thank you guys. Thank you, Stacey, for having me. Thank you, the team at SisGetAGrip. I really appreciate you guys.
I have a page too on Instagram. It's joyb_collection, and it's actually like a marriage with my mom. And so we can like design pieces and then just post it there so you can go there. We started with making like fabric face mask during the whole pandemic we're still in. So that's when I had a chat with my mom. I'm like, hey mom, we can actually do this. And she's like, yeah. So we started making this face masks on there. We have a couple of like kids, especially like baby clothes also. And you should just check us out and then see. But what motivated me is I love to sew so much. And even though I'm still in the fashion like industry in school, but I'm doing more of the business aspect now. So I just didn't want to like lose the technique. And my mom is still in the designing and sewing like world still. So I just wanted to team up with her and we brought this up. So check us out, Joy B. My mom is Joyce. I'm Beatrice. So we put it together _collection on Instagram. Thank you so much, Stacey and Gifty, for having us. I love SisGetAGrip, I never miss a video. So thank you so much. You guys are doing amazing. So I'm totally grateful. Thank you.
Stacy and Gifty, SisGetAGrip, you guys. I love your, I don't know, it's a show, your YouTube, everything. So thank you for inviting me. Um, what I've been working on recently is Mother Inspires. So I started Mother Inspires 6 months ago in June. And I started it because, with my first daughter, everything went well, checking all the boxes. I didn't struggle to get pregnant. I was pregnant full term, no complications, nothing. So I felt like there wasn't a switch, like Nadia said. But with my second baby, in between my first and my second, a lot happened. I even had a miscarriage in between. And even while I was pregnant with my second daughter, so she's my third pregnancy, but my second baby, when I was pregnant the third time, after a miscarriage, it was still very rough and so many complications. And that's when I was like, this motherhood thing is no joke. And a lot of women might be going through what I've been through. And, some are even struggling to get pregnant. And so I realized that, what? I want to be an encouragement to other moms who may be having a hard time. I want to be an encouragement to other women who feel, stuck in dealing with a lot. Like we talked about women and all of our issues. It's, you need a safe place. You need a place where you feel heard. And so that's why I created Mother Inspires. And it's inspiration for all women, especially mothers, because I know that 9 months of pregnancy and all that comes with it and the child care, you need some inspiration. Sometimes it gets so overwhelming. And so I created this, and so far, it's been inspiring a lot of women. So please follow us on Instagram and Facebook, Mother Inspires _ And yeah, join the conversation and, let's chime in. It's a safe place that we talk about our own issues and encourage each other. So thanks, SisGetAGrip, for bringing us on.
Ladies, we appreciate you guys, and you guys are all doing wonderful things. I can attest to each and every one of you guys. Medoceline has the fastest shipping. Literally before I even hit the mouse to make the payment, the item has been sent. So the shipping is on point. It's like she knows I'm gonna place the order. I don't know how she does it, but like within days I get them. I bought something for myself. I know she said it's for babies, but listen, we can eat from it too. It's like a little heart-shaped bowl with a spoon, and I bought one for myself, and I liked it so much I bought one for my godchildren. So join that. And Joy B Collections. Harper has the cutest outfits from here. I mean, summertime, she is no joke. Photo shoots, catwalk, she be doing her thing in her Joy B Collections. And Mothers Inspire, it's not just for mothers. I be on there scrolling and reading and getting a lot of information from myself and forwarding away. I be forwarding to all my mothers. It inspires me so much, and it's also educational. You're learning a lot about motherhood as you prepare for it, or if you just know a mother that you want to have this information for to support them, it's also a great place to start. So thank you, ladies, for joining us, and I think that about wraps it up. All right, guys, so as always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss a beat. Until next time, don't forget to tune in to Sis Get a Grip.